somebody, did something and I yelled in the car, which I don't normally do in December. And I'm like, okay, why am I doing this? What I want to cry and I want to curse. Those are the two things I'm wanting to do. And here it is, December 2nd. Why is this happening? And I mean, I was talking to myself like this. I was really irritated. So when I got home, hi, 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 happy December. I live for December. I make it through January, February, March, May, June, July, August, September, October, November for December. April, I also love. It's my birthday month. But I live for December. I'm always so happy in December. It's just like a natural thing that December 1st comes and boom, I'm happy. And I wear hats and I wear earrings and all the stuff. And I'm already decorated by that point. Students used to try to irritate me, and I would tell them, you can't irritate me in December. It's December. They'd try to irritate me, and I would just laugh it off and go, it's December. The same thing might have bothered me the week before Thanksgiving, or it might bother me again in January, but not in December. Well, this year was a little different. On the first and second, I wore hats, but I had to force myself to put the hat on. And I got up and I was, not really shopping. I didn't, but I was, still out and doing some things. And I went to my mom's and I was just, driving in different places that I was going. So I went to those kinds of places. And I was coming home on the second and I was sitting here in the car going, somebody, did something and I yelled in the car, which I don't normally do in December. And I'm like, okay, why am I doing this? I want to cry and I want to curse. Those are the two things I'm wanting to do. And here it is, December 2nd. Why is this happening? And I mean, I was talking to myself like this. I was really irritated. So when I got home, I decided I'm going to watch a Christmas movie, which I had done the night before too. I did that on Monday the 1st. I watched a Christmas movie trying to get out of this funk and I couldn't figure out what it was. Watched one on the 2nd. And by the way, also, it took forever to stream them because they kept stopping. So it was kind of irritating me too. So I sat down and I pulled out my Christmas cards. And I said, well, I didn't do these the day after Thanksgiving, so I'm going to do them today. And I started doing them. And normally in the past few years, back in the day, before internet and before e-cards and all those things, I would send 40 or 50 Christmas cards. And in the last several years, I've probably sent 20 a year. Well, this is what I did. There's more than 50. This is what I did the other night. Now, they're all addressed, but they don't have stamps on them yet. So I was doing these. I was just going through my phone, going through, the contacts on my phone and doing them as well as the cards that I got last year. And when I got down to about here, small group, in fact, these last two came about later. So, I got down to about the last 3 or 4 cards. And I was like, why? I was kind of like, why am I sending all these cards? I'm looking at the stack, which was falling over. Why am I doing all these cards? What's going on that I haven't sent cards to some of these people in 5 years or longer. I'm going, I don't even know if these are the right addresses anymore. And suddenly it hit me that there were several people I was not able to send cards to this year because they're no longer with us. And in some cases, like I was sending it, I could send it to the wife, but I couldn't send it to the uncle, so I couldn't put his name on there. And all that hit me. That's what has been bothering me. I've lost 4 family members, 1 cousin on each side, an uncle on one side, an aunt on the other side. Oddly, it was 2 males on my father's side and 2 females on my mom's side, as well as friends, family members, and friends, and just a lot of loss this year. And with losing my aunt in Memphis, it also pretty much means Memphis is out of my life. And I realized that even though Memphis drove me crazy, the city itself, I was not one of those people that thought Memphis was the greatest city in the world. But I realized what an important part that city had played in my life. Most of my cousins on my mom's side lived there. Most of my mother's sisters and one brother lived there. So that city brought all that to me. And it made me realize that I wasn't just mourning my aunt, I was also mourning Memphis and going to Memphis. I mean, it's like, what am I going to do with myself now? Because I was going there. I've gone there every year of my life practically, and sometimes twice a year. And we're talking 2 weeks at a time. So, I mean, I'd spent a lot of years in Memphis for a person who never lived there. And I realized I was mourning all of that and mourning all those relationships with those cousins from growing up. And it's funny that as soon as I realized it, I cried a little bit. I didn't sob. I cried a little bit, but I suddenly became so much lighter and just felt better, wore the hats without even thinking about it. They just kind of showed up on my head. The last 2 days, the earrings, were there. I was just so much happier. I suddenly started decorating my house more. 2 pictures, and the tree, and more pictures over there. I just started doing things, and it was like this. It was like a dam broke, not in the sense, like I said, not in that I started crying a whole lot. And that's oftentimes what so many people mean when they say the dam broke and they talk about how they start crying. I didn't really do that. Like I said, there were a few tears, but nothing major. It was, and those tears I think were just simply release of, now I know what's wrong. I know what's bothering me. And that was such a fantastic feeling. Now I'm sure that I will, now this small stack of cards, they're already written in and sealed. So they're definitely going in the mail. This huge stack, I have not signed them. All I've done is address them, like I said, just address them. But so they I may go back through them and decide I don't need to send all these cards. And that's okay, because I've got Christmas cards. When I pulled them out, I was like, why do I have 4 boxes of Christmas cards? I think that's partly why I started doing so many, because I was like, I have so many. I still have 2 boxes sitting right behind the computer. But I'm telling you this because sometimes we think that there's something majorly wrong with us, and we're feeling these bad feelings. And sometimes we get sad at Christmas and we don't know why. And it's because, there are certain people we know we'll probably never speak to again. But the fact is, they're still here. We can still speak to them. And in that moment of just realizing what I was feeling this heaviness from that loss. The heaviness disappeared. Now, I gotta tell you, I've been doing some work with a grief counselor in Healing Millions. I've been doing that, going to her sessions, and I knew I was carrying some grief from 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago. So all these other things just gone on top of it. So all that grief it was all just weighing it down. And like I said, in that moment the other night, on the 2nd, it's like, poof, everything cleared, including the one from 30 years ago. I did not know until I worked with Marie that I was holding that. And I've been dealing with it with those few sessions with her, dealing with it, and it was coming up. And that's what happens, is so often when we are healing, we get a little bit worse before we get better, and that's what happened. That's why I was getting that whole anger thing and just wanting to cry or curse, because it was all bubbling up. All that junk was coming forward because it wanted to release. And crying and cursing were ways, I guess, of making it release, but those weren't helping me. They were making me, though, think, why? What is going on? And so when I realized what was going on, everything just released. So I just wanted to share that with you in case you're feeling something weird, in case you've had a lot of loss this year and you might be feeling some weird feelings right now at this time of year because of that, even if you had losses prior to this year. And they say the second year is actually worse because the first year you expect everything, the second year you don't. So even, in 2024, I lost a few more people. So, and 23 and 2020, and like I said, in the last 30 years, you may be carrying that stuff like I was. And I just want you to know that you don't have to. I didn't have to carry it for that long. I certainly didn't have to end up allowing it to weigh on me so much that I was getting angry at my favorite time of the year. So if you're dealing with that, if you're feeling that kind of heaviness and you don't know what to do about it, comment below. Grief, DM me, help, DM me, grief, DM me, don't know what to do. DM me and ask me about Healing Millions, because you get in there and you do the 7 days, you do the holiday healing challenge, and you listen to Marie talk about grief, and you listen to, I'm not sure who else in the healing, in the holiday thing, but you listen to everybody, and so much healing is happening. It's amazing. So much healing is happening. I have been having also health problems. I've been dealing with skin cancer for the last year and a half. I mean, all this weird stuff happened, and they took one skin cancer, did a biopsy, then they took it out, then they did another one, and took it out, and I've done this Effudex cream over and over and over. I mean, I realized tonight it's been since August of 24. So a year and 4 months I've been dealing with all this kind of stuff. But you know what? Because of some of the energetic healing that we're doing in that group, and getting your cells to speed up and getting your energy to speed up, also, I have felt in the last 2 days since I did that, I have felt it going away. I mean, I'm not breaking out the way you're supposed to with this stuff. It like sucks out skin cancers, and you get all these little red splotches and everything. And I'm getting like 1, not 10, like I thought I was going to get, like I did before. So I can just feel things automatically feeling better within me. I feel my body feeling better because of that. Again, these things are so incredible. You will not regret trying it. You will not. But you will regret later on when you're still dealing with this stuff and it's weighing you down, and you hear somebody else talk about it and you go, oh man, I could have tried that out for free. I could have locked into that for $27 a month after my 7 days free. Could have done that. You will regret then not doing it. So if you want to know more about it, text me or DM me, comment below, and I will share more information with you. Because I just had to talk about, like I said, this is craziness. This in the day and age of computers, this is ludicrous. What, stamps are like 70 cents now, 65, 70 cents each? Can you imagine what that's going to cost? It'll be my internet bill for a month. I just wanted to share that with you and invite you to check out Healing Millions. Ask me about Healing Millions. Ask me what the heck's going on, and I will happily share with you. So if you have any questions, DM me, whatever. If you want a Christmas card, you might be listed. You never know. You might be in this stack someplace. But because I do love sending cards, I just don't like sending this many at one time. So, it's kind of strange. And I'm going to go to Fort Christmas and mail them, because in December, the old Fort Christmas, normally during the year, January through November, their stamp says Orlando. But from December 1st, I guess through the end of the month, it says from Christmas, Florida. So they're going to be mailed from Christmas, Florida. I'm going to go up there and do them as soon as I finish filling them out. So as you can see, I am feeling so much better than I was on the 1st and 2nd. And it's because of simple recognition that came from doing some energetic healing. If you want to learn how to do it, if you want to learn what it is, if you want to share in this, you want to feel like this and feel that release, let me know, because that's what I'm here for. Is I'm here to help you help yourself. Okay. Until next time, which could be tomorrow or the next day. Who knows? I'm probably going to pop in again later this week because I got some other things I want to tell you, but I don't want to get too much in one session. So I will talk to you later. Have a great night. Bye bye.